everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am talking about the recent music and podcasts that I've been listening to. So about, I think a year ago, I did mention that I wanted to do more music related videos on this channel. So just to talk about, you know, my favorite music, new albums, new artists that I love, all of that kind of stuff. And I think the first music related video I did on this channel was like a year ago, and I haven't really done one since, I don't think. I'll link that video down below. It was just like a music tag where I talked about like my favorite music and my favorite artists and albums and all of that. So I'll link that down below. But I haven't done a music related video since that video, and I just feel like I've been listening to a lot of new music lately and some new podcasts, and I just kind of wanted to talk about what I've been listening to recently and just kind of share that. I also quickly want to mention, which I'm sure I'll talk about in a different video, but at this point I am not going to be like forcing any content or just putting out videos to put out videos. If there is a random Wednesday or Saturday that I don't upload, it's probably just because I don't have an idea and I don't want to like put out a tag or put out like whatever just to fill the void. Yeah, I just wanted to quickly say that. This is the first video in my currently listening series that I'm going to be having on this channel. They're not going to happen every month or every 2 months. They're literally probably going to happen like 3 times a year, because I don't really listen to new music that often. I don't really listen to new podcasts that often, but I feel like if there's a lot of new music that I do want to talk about, like I'll make this type of video. I have quite a few I want to talk about now. That's why I'm making this video. But for future reference, like this is not going to be a video I wrap up like monthly or every 2 months or whatever. This is just going to be a video that happens once in a while if I have new music or new podcasts to talk about. Yeah, I think that's it that I wanted to like quickly intro. So yes, these are all of the songs or artists or playlists or whatever that I've been listening to recently, as well as all the podcasts I've been listening to as well. If you want to get an idea of what my music taste is, I'll have my music tag linked down below that I talked about, because I kind of share like what I like to listen to in that video. But a quick rundown of my music taste. I listen to a lot of old songs. I listen to the old like rock stations and just like the old 70s, 80s, 90s music. So yeah, I don't really listen to pop very often. I love pop music. I do have a soft spot for pop music, but it's not my go-to genre to listen to. And I have a really old car where I don't have an adapter for an iPhone. So I just listen to old radio stations and that's it. I listen to like current music or like stuff on my phone when I'm just in my house cleaning usually. So yes. Okay, I'll start with all the music I've been listening to recently. Okay, I guess the first song I'm going to talk about is I Hope It's a Dangerous Thing for a Woman Like Me to Have, But I Have It by Lana Del Rey. I love Lana. She is probably my favorite artist ever. I love this song particularly. I'm so excited for her new album. I have no idea when it's coming out. I don't even think she fully like released a date, because it was supposed to come out or rumored to come out at the end of March, and then it just never happened. So I don't know when her new album is coming out, but I love this song. I also love Mariner's Apartment Complex as well, obviously. But yeah, I've been listening to these 2 songs. I'm not the biggest fan of Venice Bitch, but I mean, I'm sure like eventually it'll grow on me. I'm just really excited for her new album, and I cannot wait for it to get here. Like I really can't wait. So I've been loving that song. I always replay that song over and over again. Another new song that just came out like a couple weeks ago is Gimme by Banks. I am obsessed with this song. I love Banks' album Goddess. Fantastic album. I really, really love it. I didn't really listen to her last album, which was The Altar. I kind of like, I didn't really buy it or anything, and I didn't really fully like listen to it honestly. Her newest song Gimme is just so good. I love it. I can't wait to see what her new album is going to sound like. I'm just like, I'm really obsessed with the song. I think it's so good and it's just so different, and I really love it. Another song I've been really, really into is Go Your Own Way by Lissy. I think Lissy. This was actually in an episode of Discovery Witches, and it played like at the end of an episode. And I just fell in love with this cover. The original song is obviously by Fleetwood Mac, and I love the original song, obviously. But this cover is just so good. I really, really love it. And every time I listen to it, it reminds me of Discovery Witches, which I love. Yeah, I've been really into this song, and she definitely has like a very unique voice, and I really, really love her voice. More songs that I've been into, particularly a like playlist soundtrack, and that is the After soundtrack for like from the movie. I'm obsessed with the soundtrack. I really, really love it. It's gonna be a shock to a lot of you. I don't have Apple Music and I don't have Spotify. I just don't listen to enough current music to actually have a membership on either service, so I just don't have them. But I decided to just finally download Spotify so that I could listen to the After soundtrack. Sadly, they didn't release it as an official soundtrack to buy on iTunes, which sucks because I would have bought it like 100%. I buy most of all my music, by the way. I don't really stream it. And if I stream it, I usually just stream it on YouTube, and I'll just have YouTube playing. Like I don't really stream stuff. I'm weird, okay? But anyways, I wish I could buy the album because I totally would. But I don't think you can. Maybe I have to look or something. But anyway, so I downloaded Spotify just so I could listen to the After soundtrack, and I'm obsessed with the movie and the books and the soundtrack as well. I'm super obsessed with it. I feel like my favorite songs on the soundtrack are, I mean, I love Us by James Bay, Like That by, is it Bia Miller? Better Love by Pia Mia, love that. I also really love The Wave by Coloring, and Feel Something Good by Biltmore. I think those are like my top favorites. But I also really love Someone to You by Banners and Beige by Yoki Lore, I think. A lot of these songs I'd never heard of before the movie, so I mean that's kind of nice. But yeah, I love the soundtrack. I just think it fits the movie so perfectly, and I love listening to the soundtrack and just like picturing the movie in my head. Like I absolutely love it. I've been listening to that soundtrack non-stop. I really, really love it, and it's just great. Now on to some of the podcasts that I listen to. I don't really listen to like self-improvement, self-help podcasts. I usually just listen to like entertainment / like discussion podcasts, or like conversational podcasts. I listen to all my podcasts on the podcast app on Apple. Occasionally I will watch like video versions of podcasts. I don't know why, but sometimes I do. And I typically listen to podcasts when I like clean my house, or I have a bath, or like I'm doing something that doesn't necessarily need my full attention, but I still can kind of like pay attention. I don't know. I can't listen to audiobooks. It's so weird because I love podcasts, but I literally cannot for the life of me listen to audiobooks. I cannot stand it. Like audiobooks to me, just, I can't do it. I just can't. But podcasts I can, because I just feel like a lot of the podcasts I listen to are just conversations. Like it's not like a fictional story, if that makes sense. So one of the podcasts that definitely got me into listening to podcasts more and like actually subscribing to them is Couple of Issues. This is Carly and Cointreau and Bruce Wagner's podcast. Carly has a YouTube channel called Carly and Aaron, and she's also part of David Dobrik's Vlog Squad. I love her and Aaron and their videos, and so when I found out she was doing a podcast with her boyfriend, Bruce, who is a music producer, and also he has like his own music and stuff, I was really excited to listen to their podcast. And they just basically have a conversation of like what they did during the week, and they also like answer emails and like dilemmas, like whether it's friendship wise or relationship wise or stuff like that. They just do that, and I think because I like both Carly and Bruce as like people from like what I see in their videos and stuff, like particularly Carly's videos, I just like them as people. So like listening to them just have a conversation and just read emails and stuff, I don't know, I really like them. So I've been listening to that podcast, which then brings me into obviously Views, with David Dobrik and Jason Nash. I used to listen to those podcasts back when they started, and then I just got really behind, and so I stopped kind of listening. And recently I just got back into it, and I've been listening to, I would say, like their last maybe 10 episodes or so. And I mean, I like David Dobrik. I think he's funny. I mean, I love his videos, and his podcast is just him talking more about his videos and just him and Jason talking about random shit. And I don't know, I just enjoy David. So weird because he's like the same age as me, but he totally acts like a kid, and I just like really find it funny. Anyways, and the last podcast that I listened to is This Might Get Weird with Grace Helbig and Mamrie Hart. And Grace and Mamrie had this YouTube channel together called This Might Get, where it was kind of like a random show where they just talked about like weird things and like had really weird segments and all that kind of stuff. Did it in like an actual studio, and like they actually had producers and all of that, but eventually that just stopped. Like they kind of got canceled basically, and they decided to make it a podcast instead. I love Mamrie and Grace, and I've loved them for years, and the fact that they have a podcast together just makes it so much better because I don't really watch their videos that much anymore. I'll always watch their videos if like they're together, and if Hannah's in the videos too, like Hannah Hart, but I rarely watch their videos solo. And so knowing that they have a podcast together, like I really love it, and it's super funny, and they just basically talk about what they do throughout the week, and they have like the craziest stories of like just random shit that happens to them during the week. And it's just super funny, and I mean, if you love their videos, you'll love their podcast. Like they just, it's them, you know? So yeah, so those are all the podcasts and the recent music that I've been listening to. If you have any suggestions of new music or podcasts that I should check out, please let me know down below. Aside from recommending me some new music or podcasts to listen to, let me know just what you've been listening to recently as well. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.